Hello, hope you're doing well. What are we going to learn about today? Today, we're going to learn about the most important thing in crypto. How do you find a low cap gem before they explode? For example, if you consider Animal Concerts token, it exploded in a single day, right? So, how did I find that? So, today, I'm going to teach you a technique, a step by step technique that you can use by yourself and find out the best performing token in the crypto industry. Normally, people invest in the tokens that are hyped, right? So people are talking about. So when people come into crypto, they usually come via meme tokens. So they invest in Shiba or they invest in Dogecoin, or they think investing into Ethereum or Bitcoin or even XRP could make them millionaires. But that is never going to happen. If you want 40%, 50%, go back to traditional markets. You can make it easily. Like last month, we made 40% in cannabis, right? It's no big deal, all right? If you want 50x, 100x, you need to find out a low market cap coin, all right? So I'm going to teach you something that nobody has ever talked about on YouTube, on Twitter, on anywhere, because these are best kept secrets by the fundamental analysts. They are never going to tell you, all right? But I don't gatekeep anything. I just want you to win, and I want you to understand and see how you can research yourself. So let's dive right in, all right? So the very first step that you have to do is to go to CoinMarketCap or Messari, or sorry, this is CoinGecko, and you have CoinMarketCap. Right? So you have different categories, right? So when you go here, you see what is trending. So you have Solana, BRC20, and gaming. So that is your first sign, like something is gonna trend, like deepen. Everyone is talking about it. Gaming, they are starting to talk about it because in the list you see Solana is on the first, and then you have BRC20, and then you have gaming, right? So gaming is upcoming, which means we are still yet to catch up. Just know that you have different categories. You can just go through all these and figure what is under which. Like, if I'm talking about a particular token, you can just go in and look up for it and see which category they fall into, and you can find out what else is going to perform. Like, for example, today morning, last night I told you about Scale, right? It was pumping, and then I told you guys that that is like a gaming infrastructure. So that's where the gaming projects are getting into first scalability. So what you have to do is to just go into the particular category and find out what else is not pumped yet and what else is like low cap, and then pick them up and trade them to make better gains. Like, if you're chasing a token when it is pumping, you're never going to make it, right? That's not how you should do it. All right. So what you should do is when scale is pumping, you need to go in and find out what are the other infrastructures that you can do. So under gaming, you have different categories, right? You have gaming guilds, you have gaming infrastructure, you have games itself, you have, the skins, those who are selling skins, etc., etc. You have under gaming, you have different categories. So you need to understand all of that first. Well, let's talk about that later in a different video. We can talk about how the gaming tokens are structured and how they are distributed and how you can find the gems in it. That's like a separate video that needs more in-depth analysis. But right now, I know I'm just talking on a higher level on how you can pick up tokens. So let's go for an example. So let's say Aave is pumping, all right? So we go to DeFi. Do they have it like decentralized? Why can't I find DeFi? That's weird. They should have it. Okay, oh, here we go. So we have DeFi. Let's say Aave is pumping or Uniswap is pumping. What you should do is not chase Uniswap. Instead, you just go in and check out the other tokens in this category. Like you can go for Rune, or you go for Aave, or you go for Maker, and find any of those and trade one of them. You know what I'm saying? So that's how you should trade when you're trading a particular category or a particular set of tokens. Like instead of chasing one, go to the category and find them, right? Coming back to the topic that we're talking about, first step is to understand how these CoinMarketCap or CoinGecko are structured. So if you go to CoinGecko, you have different categories, right? So you have all of these, similar to that, but you have more small caps in CoinGecko. So that's, you should understand the layout and what is in this in these two. And then you have Messari. Messari has more detailed information regarding each token, like how the token is allocated and tokenomics and etc. We can talk about tokenomics, what is good tokenomics, what is bad tokenomics, and all those in detail. But right now, just understand that these are the three places where you should conduct your fundamental analysis, right? So then coming back to how do you find out the tokens that are gonna pump before they pump? So what you need to, what you have to do is to follow smart money, right? So go to Chainbroker and go to the dashboard and find out what projects are performing better when, not all time. Like, this is the default. You have to go to this month, December 2023, and see what is pumping and what is catching up. And see here, social pumped already, and then you have blockchain service, you have launchpads, artificial intelligence, and then now we have GameFi and non-fungible tokens, right? So just go into each one of it and see, look at these, all of these, like CyberConnect pumped, Inspect pumped, Open Campus pumped. So these are something that happened recently. All of these pumped, right? So if you go and find out what happened in December, you see this is the only one that pumped in December, right? So go back to here. Talking about that, I just had to tell you something. So here, if you go here and click on this particular project and go ahead and see who invested in it. You have Morningstar. These are the backers. These are the venture capitalists that invested in this project. And just check who they are. Like, you have Morningstar, you have Rare Stone Capital, you have, these three backers invested in it early. Right? How is their performance? Like, if you click on Morningstar, you have they have invested in 8 different projects, and they performed like 100% this year. Their portfolio performed 100%, which is pretty good. So what are they investing into? See, they are investing into NFTs and Gunzilla games. So most of them, like, I did it for almost everything. Like, whatever that is trending right now, that is social, that is trending, and they did 12.5x in this particular token. And I checked best performing portfolios of different venture capitalists, and every single one is investing into gaming and NFT. So let's go to the second category. You have blockchain service, right? So what is the top performing project in December? You go to December and then you click on AIT. AIT is a top performer, and go down and see who invested in it. You have Gala and you have Morning Ventures. Morning Ventures, again, invested in the project, which means that they know how to spot a trend, and they know where the money is moving into. So the smartest play is to follow smart money, right? So go to Gala performed even better. Go to them and find out what they're investing into. So if you check their recent investments, they are MetaFi, Plays, Starpad, Heroes and Empires. All of these are games again, right? So another background check that you need to do is to look them up on Crunchbase and make sure they are not only investing in a metaverse and these projects. Like, you need to make sure that they are not investing only in gaming projects. For example, like if you check Animoca Brands, they invest only in gaming projects. So that is another way to find out the gaming projects. Like you go to Animoca Brands, Animoca, yeah, this is their portfolio. So this is a famous investor in the gaming industry, and they invest only in gaming and metaverse projects. And if you check, you'll find everything that they are invested into. Like in them, among them, you check for the smallest market cap. So these are the little projects that they are looking into, they invested into. Doesn't mean you should invest in everything. You just have to make sure that they have proper volume and the chart is good. You have to do a lot of due diligence before you invest in a project, because we don't have the money that they have. They are millions and billions of dollar industry, right? So among these, I picked up Epic Prime for you based on different research that I conducted. I believe that this has potential. You have to go through all of these, and you have to figure that out. Like, how's their development? Are they giving constant updates on Twitter? And so on and so forth. You have to do a lot of research after this. And I'm just telling you the first step of how you're going to pick up the token. And after picking up a token, you need to do a lot of due diligence on whether they have any, hacks in the past, or are they updating constantly? Are they doing proper marketing? You have a checklist. I have a checklist where I go through a lot of things, right? From tokenomics, from circulating supply. Do you have how's their vesting schedule, and how their prospects are, etc. Like, I have a bunch of lists that they need to satisfy before I go for a project. Even the founders, you need to go to their LinkedIn and find out what they are doing and whether they have any past records. Like Do Kwon, there was something bad about him, which came out later after the problems. But people did not do due diligence before investing in that project, and everyone got wrecked because of that person. So it is important for you to go through all of that, and then you go to do analytics and make sure that it is getting traction, and you need to check the user wallets, and you have to do a lot of research when you zero in a project, right? So that is like the second step. That is in a separate video, but right now, again, focus is only to find out the token that is going to perform better. So going back to the chain brokers, now you know which industry to look into. Now you have thousands of tokens, right? So you cannot look into all of those. Now you have one particular category to look into. Now you know that the people or the venture capitalist portfolios that perform better in 2023 are investing into blockchain, into gaming and metaverse, which means that that is the next category that is going to blow up. All right, so this is only the two portfolios that I'm showing you, but I looked through a lot of them, and many of them are investing into gaming and metaverse and NFTs, right? So that's the reason we are here. Let's go to Octopus Network, and this is another thing that you could do. Go to Zapper and paste that. Here you can see who's holding it, the activity, the NFTs, etc. Like, if someone is doing back and forth, playing within the tokens, all of these, you'll get to know. Yeah, that is how you find out which category is going to blow up. So once you zero in on the category, so what you do is to come here and look for the gaming project. So here, what is going on? Click on the volume, and see which one has the highest volume. So in the evening, I told you guys to long bake, remember? I did long, and it's going on okay so far. And it was literally like the bottom of it, and it started. I don't know if it's gonna go up because of BTC. It is like looking a little wobbly, but we are still expecting it. And bake is chart looks good. So if it's charts, you don't look into bake because the market cap is pretty high. See, it's pretty high, right? Instead of going to bake, you have to come down and see GMT, ACE, you have Sandbox, Render, Gala, Mana. You have a bunch of them, but what you need to do is you need to understand what these are first to understand how you can invest in it. So for example, this is a guild, this is an infrastructure, this is a game itself. You have Illuvium, which has like a brand name, and you have you have different things under the gaming category, right? And you have this is the launch pad where the gaming projects gets launched. You have different categories under the gaming projects. So under these, you need to find out which one is going to perform better based on the market cap. So here, if you consider all of those market cap of these are pretty big, but just go like sorted descending, and here you see all of these low caps, as in like the how much is it, 14 million. That is like a baby token, right? In that, so let's go for Epic Prime. Even we traded FitFi early this November, I guess November. We took profits on that, but we traded FitFi. You remember, FitFi is like a play to earn, and under games you have different categories of gaming tokens, right? So here you have you find this out and see how it is, like check the tokenomics, and then check what is going on with this one, and check for news. Are there any news recently? 12 easy and fun ways to earn free crypto. And then you have M2E projects trending today. You have some articles, but it is not exactly what you're looking for. That's like very generic, right? So you can ignore that, and just make sure that you are reading everything that is written under it. And you can see the distribution, token distribution. Like, just make sure that they are the partners, advisors, and consultants should not have majority of the token, because they would dump any time on you. You know what I'm saying? So these are the data that you should be looking into, and then the next step is to go to the chart and check what is going on it should not be like this. You should not buy here when it is like high, when it is all-time high. You should buy somewhere around here. That's where we bought here and we sold here, and that's how it should be. You should not be buying somewhere at the top, right? You have to make sure that you're not buying at the top. And that is another thing that you need to look into. And look, here you have a little bouncing here, which means the whole category is going to pump. So this one is also bouncing here. So another confluence that everything from game and the gaming industry is pumping a little bit. So that is another confluence, right? So these are the things that you should be looking into when you zero in on that. And then going back to it, so now that we have figured which category is going to pump, and then we figured like 4 or 5 tokens that can potentially pump, right? And then what you need to do is to understand the chart of the low caps, like zero in on like 10 of them. Go to TradingView and find out the chart, and see which one is like bottomed out and where the volume is picking up. So if you see where is the volume picking up, this rainbow token, if you go and check the rainbow token chart, if it is bottomed out, and when it is at the bottom, you should see a big green spike, and then it should come down. When it comes down, you catch it. That's how it should be. This is how I caught Animal in the morning, right? So let's go to Animal concerts and see what I saw in it. So if you see Animal Concert token, that this has been in my radar. I've been looking for it for a long time. Like, this and a bunch of other tokens were on my radar for a long time, and this one, in particular, was really important for me because someone was talking about it. Someone who was a celebrity was talking about it, and they, not to me, I mean, they were talking about it on TikTok or somewhere, and they said that they wanted to get in the crypto industry because they want to get paid. And they said that they were gonna they wanted to have like metaverse. Oh, I think it was Justin Bieber. All right. So he was saying that, he wanted to get a metaverse concert, and now he wanted something like a metaverse setup where he can start a metaverse concert, because, he wanted some privacy. I think that's where the spark came in for me, and that's where I understood the potential of it, like how the artists are wanting to use the metaverse, and how they want to make use of it. So this particular token is not just a game; it's NFT, metaverse, and this has multiple utilities, right? And if you see the tokenomics, it is so, like, look at this market cap. The market cap is like so less. It is easy for them to grow. And another thing is that this token is they are doing good marketing, and they're collaborating with the big A-list celebrities, and because that, I think this can do really well in the future. So yeah, that's it for now. These are the things that you should be looking into, and the final step is to make sure that the chart agrees with whatever that you concluded. And unless there is no volume in the chart, do not go for it, because that is the most important, because it could be a good project. For example, it is A0. A0 is an amazing project. Everyone likes it, but there is no move, right? So we don't have the money that the venture capitalists would have. They are billionaires, and they are going to put in like tens and thousands or millions of dollars in one project, and they can just forget about it because they don't need that money immediately. But we as commoners, we should not be thinking like a venture capitalist, because if you got your money locked in for 10 months, it is not worth it. My theory is that if you are putting in a token in, it should do at least 2x in a month. If it doesn't, you move to a different project. 1 month is the maximum you should hold and wait. You should not hold a token like you're holding Cardano or holding XRP. It is not worth it. Yeah, it is gonna blow up someday, but when? Nobody knows. Like tomorrow, everyone is gonna die. I mean, you may die, you know what I'm saying? Tomorrow is so uncertain considering whatever is happening right now. So why do you have to wait for so long? So 1 month is your maximum time that you should be waiting on in a token. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Just take your money out and put it in something else that is performing better. You know what I'm saying? Don't wait in a token for years and years. It's not worth it. It's not how you make money in crypto. Like, to me, this is the last cycle of a generational wealth kind of a bull run. From here, it is not gonna go up like that. Like 10x's, 50x, 100x's are never gonna happen in crypto industry. This is your only time to make money in crypto. So make use of it. And that's what I wanted to say. If you have any questions, please do let me know, because you need to know how to find and analyze gems before they blow up. All right. Thank you so much for listening, and you have a wonderful night or day, whatever it is. Good night. Bye.